Okay, so Section 4, Common Carriers. Article 1732. Common carrier are person, corporation, firms, association engaged in the business of carrying or transporting passengers or goods or both by land, water, or air for compensation, offering their service to the public. So, anong need i-highlight dito? So, una sa lahat is that ito yung dinedefine ng common carrier. Ito yung meaning nun. So, ang common carrier daw is either person, corporation, firm, or association engaged on business of carrying. Association. Next, engage in the business of carrying and transporting passengers or both, goods or both. So, next is by land, water, or air. Isa pang mahalaga is dapat may compensation. At dapat ino-offer ang service sa publiko. So, meaning, kailangan para sa publiko yan. Again, common carriers are persons, corporation, firms, or association that is engaged to business of carrying or transporting passengers or goods or both. Dapat daw sa land, water, or air. At kailangan merong bayad. At higit sa lahat, public dapat yung service nila. So, there are two types of carriers. One is private carrier. And then the other one is common carrier. Ang private carrier, the difference between this is private carrier is with a diligence of a good father. Meaning, hindi niya kailangan, at ang common carrier is extraordinary diligence. Diligence. Ito, diligence of a good father. Okay, yun yung difference nila. So, pag sinabing extraordinary na spelling, diligence, ibig sabihin nito, kailangan i-observe mo yan. Dapat gawin mo lahat para ma-save yan. While private carrier naman is diligent ka, gagawin mo. Pero, hindi yung lahat. Ito kasi sa common carrier, let's say, sa goods. Pag ang common carrier is nawala niya, nasira niya, liable si common carrier. Ito, si private carrier, at ang difference pa nila, ito, ino-offer sa public at bawal niyang tanggihan yung stipulation or yung kontrata niya. Stipulation and contract yung same. Bawal siyang tumanggi na hindi niya i-transport. While for the private carrier, pwede kasi nakakontrata sila. Okay? Nakakontract sila. So, difference niya is yung diligence of a good father and extraordinary diligence is different. So, sobrang you need to observe the extraordinary diligence pag naging common carrier ka. While in the private carrier, kung ano lang yung nakasulat sa kontrata, yun at yun lang. Pag sinabing meron tayong dahil itatransport ko to na umuulan, may chance na may masira, ganyan, ganyan. Hindi siya ganun ka-liable. Pag sinabi ni shipper na okay lang, at nag-agree silang dalawa, okay lang yun. Unlike sa common carrier, kahit wala silang stipulation na ganun, kailangan niyang maging diligent, extraordinary diligence yung need nila. Okay, Article 1733. Common carrier, from the nature of the business and for the reason of public policy, are bound to observe extraordinary diligence in the vigilance of vigilance over the goods and safety of the passengers. Okay? Transported by them according to all the circumstances of each case. Extraordinary diligence in the vigilance over goods is further expressed in Articles 1734, 1735, and 1745. Numbers 5, 6, and 7. So, ang sinasabi dito sa 1734, may ito yung mga reason kung bakit hindi matatransport ang mga bagay na pinapatransport nila. So, under 1734 is a common carrier. Ang sinasabi, di ba, ang common carrier is responsible for the loss and destruction or deterioration lagi ng goods. Unless, these are the following causes na kailangan i-observe. Merong flood or act of God, earthquake, lightning, or other natural disaster or calamity. Meron daw gera or war, act of public enemy in war, whether international or civil. Meron din kailangan act or omission of the shipper or owner, which means kasalanan agad ni shipper or owner nung pinadala yon, sira na, kunwari yung vase, durug-durug na nung pinadala, syempre hindi na liable si common carrier. And lastly, order or act of competent public authority. So, pag sinabi ni public authority na sinek niya, and then nabasag, hindi na siya a common carrier is no longer liable for that goods. And then on the 1735 naman, since ang common carrier is dapat maging extraordinary, diligent ka. Pag may nabasag, it is presumed na kagagawa na ni common carrier. Unless may exemption nga daw, which is they need to prove that they observe extraordinary diligence. Yan. So, again, ang 1734, ang sinasabi dito is kailangan may act of God. Act of God. Yan. Kailangan may war. Kasalanan dapat ni shipper or owner. Tapos, yung character ng goods may defect na talaga. Exempted sila. And then, the order or act of competent public authority. So, ito yung mga nagiging exemptions ng common carrier para hindi mahatid yung mga gamit ninyo. Pero, sinasabi dito sa 1735, which is here, in all cases other than those mentioned in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, lahat daw, if the goods are lost and destroyed and deteriorated, pinre-presume na natin na at fault lagi at hindi naging negligent yung common carrier. Pero ito yung exemption. May exemption tayo. Unless, na-prove nila na they observe extraordinary diligence. Okay? So, paano? For example, lumilipad sila. And then, all of a sudden, may biglang nag-cut ng ng way nila. Medyo nag-swerve. Kahit naka-fragile. Pero, since in-observe nila yung extraordinary diligence yun, dahil may fragile na nakalagay dun sa goods na yun, sinecure nila na dapat pag nag-swerve sila, yung truck na yun, nilagyan nila ng lubid. Pag bukod sa nilagyan nila ng lubid, nilagyan pa nila ng box. Nilagyan pa nila ng foam. So, kahit anong mangyari, hindi mababasag yung item na nandun sa tinatransport nila. So, yun siya. Next is, nakuha na natin yan. Nakuha na rin natin to. 1736. The extraordinary responsibility of a common carrier lasts from the time that the goods are unconditionally placed in the possession of and received by the carrier for transportation until the same are delivered. Actually or constructively by carrier to the consignee or to the person who has a right to receive them without prejudice to provision of Article 1738. So ngayon, itong 1736, ang responsibilidad daw, ang extraordinary responsibility ng isang common carrier ay matatapos hanggang sa ma-receive ni shipper yung item. Okay? So, hanggang ma-receive ni carrier, ni consignee yung goods. Iba si shipper, iba si consignee. Si shipper nagpadala, si consignee yung tatanggap. So, hanggang matanggap ni consignee yung pinadala. So, yun hanggang doon yung need nila. So, paano kung nilapag lang doon? Nilapag lang natin. Tapos, umalis na tayo. Kasi, ang sinasabi ni carrier, napadala niya na sa Pilipinas. So, hindi nagtatapos doon yung usapan. Dapat, ma-receive niya. Okay na. Or, sabihin ni consignee, kunwari wala si consignee doon at malilate daw siya. Tinawagan, sabi hindi niya makukuha. Ngayon, kailangan ni consignee at ni carrier mag-usap. Yun yung exemption nito. Ang exemption nito is pag sinabi ni consignee na okay na, iwan mo na lang dyan. Ako na babalik dyan 3 days from now kasi busy pa ako. Tinatamad ako pumunta dyan. Once na sinabi niya yun, doon magiging mawawala kay consignee, kay shipper, yung liability. Okay? So, yun lang naman to. So, hanggang mapunta na kay consignee, ang 1736 extraordinary responsibility ng common carrier is from the time na yung goods ay common carrier, ang extraordinary responsibility ng common carrier ay magtatapos sa pagbigay niya kay consignee ng mga goods. Okay? So, meron din pala ditong kung hanggang kailan maghihintay si consignee. So, meron prescriptive period. 1 taon. Tapos pwede nyo siya mag-file. Or habang wala, pwede pa rin mag-file. Next. May sinabi 1738. Sa 1738, ayun. Ang 1738, even the time during na nasa warehouse lang. During the time, the goods are stored in the warehouse of the carrier or placed in the destination. Until the consignee has been advised, yun pala, tama rin yun, ng arrival niya ng goods. And had reasonable opportunity thereafter to remove them to otherwise dispose. Ang sinasabi dito sa 1738 is yung sinabi ko kanina. Extraordinary liability ng common carrier continues during the time the goods are stored in the warehouse of the carrier until the consignee has been advised them ng arrival na hindi niya makukuha, kung kailan niya makukuha, ganon. Okay? So, next. 1737. The common carrier duty to observe extraordinary diligence over the goods remain in full force and effect even when they are temporarily unloaded or stored in transit, unless the shipper or owner has made use the right to stoppage the transitu. Okay? So, ibig sabihin lang nito, observe the extraordinary diligence lagi. Kahit na temporarily in-unload nila yung goods somewhere, pwera lang pag sinabi ni shipper and owner na okay na dun yun. Okay? (1739) In order that a common carrier may be exempted from the responsibility of the natural disaster, yung kanina sinabi, must have been the proximate and only cause of the loss. So, natural disaster, sinabi yan kanina sa 1734. Diba? However, the common carrier must exercise due diligence to prevent or minimize the loss before, during, and after the occurrence of flood, storm, and natural disaster. Okay, in order that the common carrier may be exempted, from the liability of the loss, destruction, or deterioration of the goods, the same duty is incumbent upon the common carrier in case of an act of public enemy referred to 1734. Okay, so ang sinasabi dito, magiging exempted lang siya sa natural disaster pag yun talaga yung proximate cause and only cause of that loss. So, pag kunwari, bumagyo, nagkabaha, may exempt siya. Pero, not necessarily bumaha. Hindi sila liable or hindi nila kailangan magkaroon ng extraordinary diligence dun sa mismong nila. For example, yung Yolanda. Nung time na Yolanda bumaha sa Tacloban, nagkaroon ng disaster, di ba? Syempre, unpredictable yun. But not necessarily unpredictable siya. They have to secure that the items or goods is dapat secured. Ngayon, tumaas yung baha. So, meron pa rin si common carrier responsibility na iakyat yun sa second floor, diba? So, dapat yun yung makita. Para at least kahit bumaha, nabasa, hindi naman destroyed. Makikita pa rin na ay tinaas yun ni common carrier. Okay? Next. 1740. If the common carrier negligently incurs the delay in transporting the good A natural disaster shall not free such carrier from responsibility. So, ibig sabihin, dinagdag niya pa. Let's say, for example, ano bang magandang example dyan? Not necessarily merong flood is yun na kaagad yung reason mo for the delay. So, dapat gumawa ka muna ng paraan. 'Di ba? Pwede ka namang una sumulat. Sumulat na I cannot transport this because all of the ways or roads are already blocked. Pwede yun. Possible yun. And then, pag nag-agree, mas okay. Pero, hindi mo pwedeng lagi na lang dahil bumaha, di ka na pwede makapag-transport. 1741. If the shipper or owner merely contributed to the loss, destruction, or deterioration of goods, the proximate cause thereof being the negligence of the common carrier, the latter shall be liable in damages, which, however, shall be equitably reduced. So, ibig sabihin na, like what I've mentioned earlier, pag kasalanan ni shipper or owner, pag may kasalanan si shipper or owner sa pagkaka-destroy nung item, at yun yung isa sa proximate cause, yung negligence ng common carrier, mababawasan. Ganun lang siya. Contributory kasi siya. Contributory negligence. Tawag dito, contributory negligence. (1742) Even the loss, destruction, or deterioration of goods should be caused by character of the goods, or the faulty nature of the packing or the containers. The common carrier must exercise due diligence to forestall or lessen the loss. Okay? So, kahit na ang sinasabi dito, kahit yung character ng goods is fault ng shipper or ng calamity, kailangan niya, the common carrier must exercise due diligence to foresaw or lessen the loss. So, sinabi ko nga, kailangan niya pa rin kumilos kahit na merong something. Sa character ng goods kung sira, dapat sobrang mas fragile pa sila. 1743. If through order of public authority, the goods are seized or destroyed, the common carrier is not responsible anymore, provided the said public authority had the power to issue the order. So, pag pinabuksan niya sa'yo yun, at sinabi niya itapon mo, di yan pwede dito. Hindi responsible, hindi responsible si common carrier, kasi sinabi siya ng public authority. Okay? Article 1744. A stipulation between the common carrier and the shipper or owner limiting the liability of the former for the loss, destruction, or deterioration of goods to the degree of less than extraordinary diligence shall be valid, provided it be in writing, signed by a shipper or owner, supported by a valuable consideration other than the service rendered by a common carrier, and reasonable, just, and not contrary to the public policy. Okay? Nililimitahan yung liability. Ito, ng deterioration kasi gusto niya maging less extraordinary. Pag kunwari sinabi ni common carrier na kahit fragile nakalagay dito, since bundok yung pupuntahan, may posibilidad na malaglag. So, dapat, kung ganun yung yung stipulation nyo, dapat nakaput in writing. Dalawa kayong magsasign, si shipper tsaka si owner. May consideration, like sinabi ko, ang example is pataas, papunta ng mountain, may chance malaglag, may may consideration at reason why. Basta dapat hindi siya kumukontra sa public policy. Okay. 1745. Any of the following similar stipulations shall be considered unreasonable, unjust, and contrary to the public policy. Ayan, pag ang dami niyang pinagsasabi na hindi daw sila at risk. Pag sinabi ni common carrier, not liable sila sa mga pag nasira yung mga goods. Hindi na nila kailangan mag-observe ng extraordinary diligence. Same nito. Hindi rin daw sila need mag-exercise. Ordinary lang daw yung kailangan nilang gawin. Hindi sila responsible sa mga ginagawa ng employee nila. Hindi sila responsable pag may magnanakaw and all. Pag hindi daw maayos yung condition ng mga vehicles nila. So, but dito sa mga thieves and robbers, kaya sinasama siya is because that you know if there is thieves na dadaanan. Siyempre, kung alam mo prone yung, kunwari, Muslim area, yung papupuntahan mo, or dadaanan mo rather. Siyempre, ikaw, lilihis ka dun, di ba? Muslim area yun, alam mo na yun eh. Alam mo na pag pumunta ka dun, ibig sabihin, tsugi ka, di ba? And then, for this one naman, condition ng car, there is a case here na bigla sumabog yung tire, yung gulong. So, ngayon, ito, pag yung tire is sumabog, kahit bago siya, hindi mo masasabi na act of God siya. Kasi kailangan calamity eh. Ang sinasabing fortuitous event is kalamidad, bagyo. Hindi siya, it's not blowing ng tire is not a fortuitous event. Dapat kasi, siya, chine-check mo kung maayos ba siya. Doon sa case kasi na yun, ang sabi dun sa case na yun is that, naka-high speed kasi yung driver. Kaya, ang tendency, lumobo yung gulong niya. So, kaya, it was held na hindi liable. Liable yung common carrier. Kasi hindi siya nag-check ng tires niya. Una, hindi siya nag-check. Pangalawa, bakit sobrang bilis mo kasi? Diba? Yun lang naman yun. 1746, an agreement limiting the common carrier liability may be annulled by the shipper or owner if the common carrier refused to carry the goods unless the former agreed to such stipulation. Okay? So, ang shipper and owner can limit the liability kasi 'di ba, meron na kayong stipulation, may mga nililimit 'yon. Pwedeng i-void 'yon or maging annulled 'yon. Kung ang common carrier is refused it. Pwera lang if nag-agree na kayo dun. Let's say, for example, si shipper nagpadala ng painting. Ngayon, since painting yun na sobrang mahal, nagsasabi na siya na maliit lang yung kotse ko. So, naka-lean lang siya doon. So, okay lang ba? Ngayon, pag sabi ni shipper na, hindi, okay lang yan. Wala ka na magagawa. Pumayag eh. Pero, pag nakasulat dun sa sinabi niya na, ito yung lilimitahan namin kasi malaki, hindi ka pa pumapayag, ginawa nila, pwede siyang ma-annul. Next, Article 1747, if the common carrier without just cause delays the transportation of goods or changes the stipulated or usual route, the contract limiting the common carrier liability cannot be availed in case of loss and destruction. Okay. Cannot avail in the case of... Okay, so, pag sinabing yung common carrier, pag may mga delays na siya in transportation, and then, may walang just cause, yung delay. Yung kontrata ninyo, contract limiting, di ba, nililimitahan na siya, cannot avail pag merong nawala. Pag walang just cause. Walang just cause. 1748. An agreement limiting the common carrier's liability for delay on account of strikes or riot is valid. Okay? So, valid pag meron strike and riot, pwedeng ma-delay. Article 1749, a stipulation that common carrier liability is limited to the value of the goods appearing in the bill of lading, unless the shipper or owner declares a greater value is binding. Okay. So, di ba, ang bill of lading kasi, meaning nan is, yung receipt ng ng papaship mo. Yun yung pruweba. So, kung ano nakasulat doon, yun lang talaga yung value ng goods mo. Unless, sinabi ni shipper na, oy, $49 lang yan. Kasi, nadikit ko lang yan. Pero, that's worth $100. Okay? So, Article 1750, a contract fixing the sum that may be recovered by the owner or shipper for the loss, destruction, or deterioration of goods is valid. Okay? If it is reasonable and just under the circumstances and has been fairly and freely agreed upon. So, may stipulation lang siya. Contract fixing the sum. May stipulation siya. Both agreed, okay na yun. Valid yun. Article 1751. Pero, syempre, laging may, dito. May public policy. Ganyan. Article 1751. The fact that the common carrier has no competitors along the line or route or a part thereof to which the contract refers shall be taken into consideration on the question of whether or not a stipulation limiting a common carrier liability is reasonable, just and in consonance with public policy. So, pag wala siyang competitor, kunwari, magta-transport ka ng goods, and then, siya lang naman yung merong barko. Then, sabi niya, hindi niya matatransport yan ng agad-agaran kasi isa lang yung barko ko. Valid yun. Valid siya na may dadalhin muna ako and then hindi siya ganitong ng span, ganyan. Dapat may consideration pa rin. Article 1752. Even when there is an agreement limiting the liability of a common carrier in vigilance over the goods, the common carrier is disputedly presumed that have been negligence in case their loss and destruction or deterioration. So, lagi, whatever it is, kahit may stipulation, laging dapat may extraordinary diligence. Article 1753, the law of the country to which the goods are to be transported shall be governed the liability of the common carrier for their loss, destruction, and deterioration. Ibig sabihin, kung saan papunta yung item, yun yung jurisdiction. Yun yung jurisdiction. Okay? So, 'di ba? Ano siya? Kunwari, papunta ng yung 'di ba China papuntang Pilipinas. Napunta muna ng Shenzhen, Taiwan. Doon muna siya stop over. Hindi tas nawala doon. Hindi jurisdiction ng Taiwan yun. Sa atin. Article 1754, the provision of Article 1733 to 1753 shall apply to the passenger's baggage, which is not in his personal custody, meaning, yung mga check-in baggage natin. As to other baggage, the rules in Article 1998, then 2000 to 2003 concerning the responsibility of the hotel keeper shall be applicable. Yan, 1998, the deposit of effects made by the travelers in hotels or inn shall be regarded as necessary. The keepers of hotel or inn shall be responsible, yan, for them as depositaries, provided that the notice was given to them or their employees of the effects brought by the guest, and that on the part of the latter they take the precaution which the said hotel keepers are their substitute advisor relative to the care and vigilance of the effects. And then 2000, Article 2000, the responsibility of the referred to any of the two preceding articles shall include the loss or injury in the personal property of the guest caused by the servants or employees of the keepers of hotels or inns, as well as by strangers, but not that which may proceed from any force majeure. The fact that the travelers are constrained to rely on the vigilance of the keeper of the hotel or inn shall be considered determining the degree of care required of him. The act of the thief robber who has entered the hotel is not deemed force majeure. So, hindi daw force majeure ang pagnanakaw. Is done unless it is done with the use of arms through an irresistible force. The hotel keeper is not liable for compensation if the loss is due to the act of the guests of his family. His family, servants, or visitors, or if the loss arises from the character of the things through into hotel. Article 2003, that a hotel keeper cannot free himself from responsibility by posting notices to the effect that he is not liable for the articles brought by the guest. Any stipulation between the hotel keeper and the guest whereby responsibility of the former, as set forth in Articles 1998 to 2000, is suppressed or diminished, shall be void. Okay. So, yan yung mga baggages sa hotel. Safety of the passenger. Article 1755, a common carrier is bound to carry a passenger safety as far as a human care and foresight can provide using the utmost diligence of the very cautious person with due regard for all the circumstances. So, kailangan mapanatili mong mapangalagaan ang buhay nila. Article 1756, in case of death or injury of the passenger, the common carrier is presumed to be at fault, acted negligently. Unless, may exemption, they prove that they observe extraordinary diligence as prescribed by the articles 1735, 33, and 1755. So, kailangan, pag may namatay, presume tayo, common carrier na yung may problema. Pero kailangan nila mapatunayan, pwede sa mabswelto or mabawasan yung damage pag pinakita nila o pinrove nila na ginawa nila ang lahat-lahat. Okay. 1757, the responsibility of the common carrier for the safety of passenger as required in Articles 1733 and 1755 cannot be dispensed with or lessened by stipulation, by posting notices, by statement, on tickets, on otherwise. Okay, so ito ang di ba minsan ang mga buses or ang mga bus or kung ano man na nagta-transport, Lazada, pag sinasabi nila na di sila liable dun sa ticket na yon. Pag ikaw nawala yung mga gamit mo dito habang tinatransport kita, hindi ako liability nan ha. Pag nanakawan ka dyan na pickpocketing, hindi ako liable. So, regardless, kahit may notice siya, and then, or nakalagay na please be cautious na may mga dito for pickpocketing. That doesn't mean na meron nakapost doon, hindi na sila liable. Liable pa rin siya pag nawalan ka. Kasi, dapat, ang isang common carrier, they have to check sino yung mga passengers nila. They know kung sino na yung mga yun. Diba? So, there is this one case rather. Sweetness something yun. Sweet lines, right? Sabi, may isang lawyer na pinapunta sa Tacloban, basta ganon, flight niya. And then, eventually, sabi niya, may isang kano na gusto niya dun sa seat na yun. Tapos, pinalis siya. Wala siyang choice. Pinalis siya. Ngayon, pag nahirapan siya, syempre, napahiya. Napahiya siya nung time na yun eh. Ngayon, ang sabi dun is, after niya, pagkaland niya, ano siya, nag-file siya ng case. Parang sa Cebu ata nangyari yun. Tapos nag-file siya ng case. And then sabi niya na dun sa stipulation na yun, he doesn't have any choice but to sign because he need that flight eh. Kailangan niya makasakay dun sa flight na yun. So, ang sabi ng court is that may term na ginamit which is hindi ko dahil wala siyang choice, kailangan niyang pumirma. Pero, mali yung sinasabi doon sa yan. And then, sabi pa, meron pang issue doon. It's about the where to file. Dapat sa Cebu lang. Nasa Manila na siya. Parang sa Manila niya ata, final. Article 1758, when the passenger is carried gratuitously, a stipulation limiting the common carrier liability for negligence is valid. But not for a willful act of gross negligence. The reduction of fare does not justify any limitation of common carrier's liability. Ito, sa reduction of fare does not justify the limitation of common carrier's liability. Kasi, tayo, di ba may mga piso fare? So, that doesn't mean piso fare yung kinuha mo. Hindi na siya liable na mag-ingat para sa'yo. So, still the same pa rin yung mapupunta rin tayo dun sa common carrier, mas observe extraordinary diligence. So, okay, for this first paragraph naman, kung ang passenger niya is may dalang something, and then yung stipulation na kunwari, may dalang gold, yung passenger. Ngayon, ang stipulation, yung kontrata nyo sa common carrier, is liable pa rin siya. Pero, alam ni common carrier na liable siya to transport it silang dalawa. Ngayon, nililimitahan niya. Valid naman yon. Pero, hindi naman to the extent na sobra-sobra, yung mga tipong bahala ka sa buhay mo, nagdala ka na ni. Hindi pwede. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Article 1759, a common carrier are liable for death or injuries to the passenger through the negligence or willful act of the former employees. Yan na. Employee yung pinag-usapan. Although, such employee may have acted beyond the scope of their authority or in violation of the orders of the common carriers. This liability of the common carrier does not cease upon the proof that they exercised all the diligence of a good father of a family in the selection of supervision of their employees. So, pag sinabing death, di ba, presumed na common carrier yung yung may sala na. So, ngayon, pag employees pa rin lang, may sala pa rin siya. Kung si employee yung yung magiging may kasalanan, nasa torts yan. 1780. Article 1780, if I'm not mistaken. 2280 pala. 2280. Responsible ang employers for the act of their employees. Okay? So, Article 1760, the common carrier's responsibility prescribed in the preceding article cannot be eliminated or limited by stipulation, by the posting of notes, statements, or tickets, or otherwise. Hindi siya may eliminate. Sinabi na natin. 1761, the passenger must observe diligence of a good father of the family to avoid injury to himself. Siyempre, kahit na alam mong extraordinary diligence yung ginagawa ng common carrier, siyempre, as a passenger, dapat may ka rin. You need to be safe. Hindi naman pwede yung dahil alam mong may liability ang common carrier sa'yo, hindi ka na mag-iingat, diba? Article 1762, the contributory negligence of the passenger does not bar recovery of damages for his death or injury. If the proximate cause thereof is negligence of the common carrier, but the amount of damage shall be equitably reduced. So, contributory, yung negligence of the passenger, hindi, not necessarily makaka-recover siya ng damages for his death and injury. Pero pag ang proximate cause nun is negligence ng common carrier, tapos nag-contribute ka pa, mare-reduce yung liability ni common carrier. Common carrier is responsible for injuries suffered by a passenger on account of the willful acts or negligence of other passenger or of stranger. If the common carrier employees, through exercise of diligence of a good father of the family, could have prevented or stopped the action or omission. Okay? Suffered injuries, common carrier, yung may may sala. Since kailangan mo ng if at ang employee mo must exercise also the diligence of a good father of the family, kaya niya ma-prevent or stop yung act or omission na yun. Diba? Let's say, for example, hindi mo si driver, sinabi niya na sa'yo na nasasabog niyo yung bus in 30 minutes. Pinalarga mo pa rin. Common carrier. At saka ang drivers, hindi siya kontrata. Hindi siya magiging common carrier mismo. Kasama siya. Hindi siya pwedeng kontratahan. Common provisions. Damages in cases compromised in section shall be awarded in accordance of Title 18 of this book concerning damages. Article 2206 shall apply in the death of the passenger caused by the breach of contract or common carrier. Ito yung mga damages na sinasabi nila sa 2206. So, una, important to sa 2206, ito yung mga amount na binibigay. There's my answer. Una is the amount damage, sabi dito sa 2206, the amount damage of death caused by a crime or quasi-delict shall be at least 3,000 pesos. At least, At least 3K. Even though there may have been mitigating circumstances. In addition, meron 1. Liable for the loss of earning capacity of the deceased. Sweldo daw. and indemnity shall be paid to the heirs of the latter. Such indemnity shall in every case be assessed and awarded by the court unless the deceased on account of permanent physical disability not caused by the defendant had no earnings capacity at his time of death. So, exemption, pag wala namang trabaho, paano, di ba? Kung walang trabaho. At saka, exemption, if walang trabaho. And then, another exemption is, meron yan case, yung doktor, hindi, patay to eh. Yun, patay pala yan. Walang trabaho. The deceased was obliged to give support according to provisions of 291. The recipient who is not an heir, called the decedent, inheritance by the law of testate or intestate succession, may demand support. 2. Can demand support causing death or of support. Causing the death for the period not exceeding 5 years. And the exact duration to be fixed by court. 5 years. Pero pwedeng court yung mag-decide. Pero not exceeding 5 years. So 3, the spouse, legitimate and illegitimate descendants and ascendants of the deceased may demand moral damages. Or for mental anguish by reason of the death of the deceased. Okay, pwede yan. Okay, so damages, sabi, pwede yung salary nung deceased. Okay, except pag walang trabaho, paano naman mako-compute yun? Pangalawa, yung heirs can demand support na sinusuportahan. So ngayon, not exceeding 5 years, pwedeng, not exceeding 5 years or depende pag ilang years sabihin ng korte. And then, pwedeng, ang next naman doon is moral damages. Article 1765, the Public Service Commission may, on its own motion or on petition of any interested party after due hearing, cancel and certificate of public convenience granted to any common carrier that repeatedly fails to comply with his or its duty to observe extraordinary diligence as prescribed in section. So, yun lang. Ano lang siya. If repeatedly, pwedeng i-dismiss na yung certificate. Cancel the certificate. Okay? Kung lagi nang meron aksidenteng nangyari. Article 1766, in all matters not regulated by this code, the rights and obligation of common care shall be governed, Code of Commerce or special laws. Okay? So, that's it on citation law, and yun lang.